Shalawam.
All right, Shalawam. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
YAHAWAH,
YAHAWAH,
Bahashem,
Yahawashi,
Bahashem,
Qadash.
Qadash.
I want to give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone, and sincere Shalawam to elect out there that's teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity. All right, I'm going to go with the spirit here because you got a number of things going on with Esau, man. What's the latest flavor of the week? News unit. You got this guy's news unit. They're going around acting like they know the scriptures, and then they had a live show the other day, and they got completely confounded, man. Well, really, that's just proof that you Edomites, you don't know the scriptures. You never knew the scriptures, and you were never given understanding of the scriptures given to you, damn devils, man. All right, but we're seeing the process of the Most High spiritually bringing down Esau, man. He's well past his peak by now. You know, he's on his downfall. He's on his way out. And the prophet and everything that the prophets have been saying was going to happen has been happening.
That's right.
You know, and it's as time goes on, he's going to get more and more desperate, start resorting to different tactics. You know, but I want to start with that in Daniel.
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones. The intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
All right, which is you so-called white people, you Edomites, man. You're the basest men on the planet. You were created here to be the wicked. That's what you were created here for. All right. You were here to be the example of wickedness here on the planet Earth. So when the kingdom comes around, man, we know how not to be. We have to have knowledge of both sides. Okay? Fucking devils, man. All right, you are the basest of men. And the scriptures even say in Job 9:24 that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Yep, and for the ignorant people out there, those that say, if God was real, why is this happening? If God was real, why is that happening? The script clearly say that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will. So the Lord Yahawashi gives the kingdom to whomsoever he will, and he rules in the kingdom of men. So if the world is fucked up, it's because it's Lord's will.
Mm-hmm. And because of the people in power, man. When the wicked are in authority, the people mourn.
I have a quick one just to back you up.
So you can't get mad. You devils, you can't get mad when we come at you about these scriptures, man, declaring spiritual war on GMS. You can't get mad because this society is so fucked up from your people, man.
Can I get something real quick about CHASAAD? This is Psalms chapter 79, verse 5. It says, How long, Lord, will thou be angry for? It says, How long, Lord, will thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the Salakia. Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. So the scriptures say that the Lord is going to pour out his wrath upon the heathen. And like the brother Yasharan was saying, you Edomites and you other nations, you don't know the scriptures, man. All right, this Bible is only for the Israelites and for the Israelites to break it down. The Lord is clearly dealing with his elect. And in order to be a part of his elect, you have to be an Israelite. You other nations, you have no business touching these scriptures or trying to break them down. All right. It says, Salakia, let me finish this. It says, pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee. So you other nations, you don't know the Lord, man, because first of all, the law, statutes, and commandments weren't given to you. All right. And it even says that in Psalms 147. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. So that proves that you have to be an Israelite, man. All right, that's the point I wanted to make, though.
You got something, Marar?
I was gonna bring that out in Psalms. This is Psalms 147 and 19. He restored his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So the Heavenly Father, YAHAWAH, he only chose Israel, a people near unto him. He gave the other nations idols. He don't deal with the other nations, man. He only chose the Israelites. So the Holy Bible, the scriptures, it only belongs to Israel, but only the election of the nation of Israel is going to obtain it on this side, and the rest of our people are blinded along with the heathens.
All right. This is switch tabs here. Second Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So now that we're nearing the end of Esau's kingdom, we're going to be seeing a transition. And just like anybody would, when Esau sees his kingdom starting to crumble, all right, he's going to resort to those tactics, man. He's going to fight for his kingdom, and really, he just wants his birthright back, man. He just wants to receive some kind of blessing in the kingdom, man. That's why he's acting like that, But it's really the pride of these damn devils, man. These devils are fucking proud, man.
That was it, bro.
They want to be into something that they're not. Both the covenants were made for the Israelites. You want to get that in Hebrews 8? Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
This is This is Psalms chapter 58 and verse 2. It says, "Yea, in heart you work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth." All right, and that's what Esau has done. The opening scripture that we brought out was what was that? Daniel's 4 you brought out?
Yeah, 4 and 7.
Daniel's the 4th chapter. It tells you that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he set up whosoever he will. And that's basically Esau weighing the violence of his hands in the earth. So it says, "Yea, in heart you work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies." All right. And the wicked, according to the scriptures, you have 3 classifications of men. You got the sons of the power, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. All right. And the sons of the wicked are the Edomites, man. Okay, which the so-called Caucasian race is running from that name. All right, but through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, the spirit of the Lord's mouth, we're force feeding your identity down your throats, man, and we're telling you who you are, and we're not letting our foot off the gas. All right,
and that's why he's acting the way he is, man, because he doesn't want the world to know who he is.
Yeah, he's hid it for so long, man. Baba Kushah, brothers know where it's at. You don't got to get it now, but the scriptures say, I think it's in the Apocrypha, the truth that has been hidden for so long, roughly paraphrasing. But it says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O YAHAWAH, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be cut in pieces. I'm gonna skip to verse 10, and that's it. It says, "The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked." And that's what's gonna happen, man. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. When we see the vengeance of who? Our enemies, man. All right. It says he shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, and I believe that's in Malachi. When it says that we're gonna the wicked shall be ashes under the soles of our feet. So Esau's got a terrible judgment coming, man. That's it on that.
SHALAWAAM.
SHALAWAAM. YAHAWAH. Go ahead, whoever got a precept.
You want Hebrews
Yeah.
10,
Okay.
this covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
Yeah.
This is Hebrews chapter 8, verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my
So
law.
we know that the first covenant was made for Israel. That these devils they won't even deny that. I keep reading.
Saith the Lord, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts.
Right, because when you get into Psalms 147 and 19, the laws were only given to our people, the Israelites. They weren't given to Esau, man. All right, that's the thing. You devils, you just can't stand the fact that everybody hates you. You just want to fit in everywhere, man. You know, it's your kingdom, and you want to run it the way it's got to be run, man. You want to be able to just do whatever the hell you want to do.
And write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more.
Yeah, that's because the laws are going to be written in our inward parts, so we're not going to have to teach. We're not. In other words, we're not going to be doing live shows in the kingdom. All right, we ain't gonna be like, hey, bro, you trying to get up and do a show? No, we gonna be living life, man. We're not gonna be teaching. All right. So that's why we want this man's society to go down, man, because we're really gonna know what life is like. That's why it says that every man, you're not gonna have to teach every man his neighbor, because we're gonna be righteously programmed. We're gonna be perfect. We're not gonna sin. All right. You ain't gonna be having to have it in your mind where I gotta read the back of this ingredient box to make sure there ain't no pork in it. We're not gonna have to do that type of shit, man. We gonna be perfect.
Right, and we teaching our neighbors now.
Right. Now is the time to get it. While the doors of mercy is still open. Now is the time to get it, man. Because in the kingdom, if you ain't got it, then you're gonna have to be reborn and you're gonna have to be taught. Because we're still gonna raise our children, man. You know. Go ahead.
And it's gonna get, and as Esau gets closer and closer to the end of his kingdom, he's gonna get harsher and harsher.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna get harsher and harsher, man. That's why you got to get it while you can, because there's gonna come a time when, you know, he might even outlaw the word, the Bible. He's already doing it in California.
Yeah, he might be like, yo, if I see any Israelite camps out there with Bibles and signs in their hands, I'm throwing y'all in jail. It could get.
I got a precept on that.
All right.
It's the book of John, chapter 16. John chapter 16, verse 1. It say, These things I have spoken unto you, that you should not be offended. They should put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service. And these things they will do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. But these things I have told you, that when the time shall come, you may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said unto you, not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. So that's talking about like the persecution that's going to come.
Right.
I think I forgot what brothers put me onto it, but like sometimes I be taking the verses from the King James version and going to the NLT, and it do seem like the NLT be a lot clearer in certain situations. And right here in verse 4, it say, "These things I told you, that when the time should these things that it say in verse 4 that it's a warning. These things that I'm warning you, so for when the time comes."
Yeah, certain translations of other Bibles may break it down more simple, you know, to make it more plain, so people can understand it even more.
Yeah.
You know, and so sometimes you can use different versions of the Bible, man. You know.
I have a quick one.
Go. Anybody else have something?
I got a quick one.
All right.
Yeah, I got that joint in NLT too. Yeah, y'all can go ahead.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 54. Now the 15th day of the month of Kelsu and the 145th year, they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar and builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side, and burned incense at the doors of their houses and in the streets. And when they had read in pieces the books of the law, they found, they burned them with fire. So that's an example of the nation of Israel being persecuted.
Yeah.
In the time
And that,
of Salaki.
yeah, and you know, in the time of Jacob's trouble, it says it's gonna be a time that was never seen before. So it's gonna be worse than that. So it is gonna be a time they're gonna outlaw. They absolutely is gonna outlaw the word. It's gonna be because they did it. They did it before. When you read Second Maccabees, what was it? The sixth chapter. It was a time where we wasn't even allowed to call ourselves Jews. We wouldn't even, or we got put to death. So right now they just like trying to ignore the fact that we the Israelites, like, oh, those guys are black Hebrew Israelites and this and that. But when they say fuck each other Israelites, they just gonna start slaughtering.
Yeah, because if I could add, like, if we was teaching that we was Muslims, then they wouldn't hate us. They wouldn't hate us.
It would be cool,
right? If we was teaching that we was a Black Baptist group, they wouldn't hate us.
Especially if we have a large following and that we was teaching that we was Muslims, they would probably put us on TV like, yeah, look.
Yep.
But yeah, our people, they're allowed to be in Kemet. Don't nobody ever say nothing about that.
Have our own buildings, fucking own little gatherings.
Yeah, let me get this and John NL, the New Living Translation. It's John 16:1. It say, I have told you these things so that you won't abandon your faith. The Lord, he said, the Lord told us these things that we won't abandon our faith, for you will be expelled from synagogues. And the time is coming when those who kill you will think they do the holy service of God. This is because they have never known the Father or me. Yes, I'm telling you these things now so that when they happen, you will remember my warning.
Yeah, so the Lord YAHAWAH was giving us warning.
Yeah, and that proved like just like Ezekiel, all the prophets was warning because like how they teach in church, they don't teach like the Lord was warning the people. It teaches that he was teaching all love and all this crazy shit.
Yeah, just to back you up, it tells you how the Lord spoke with authority. And so much that the Pharisees marveled at him. I got a quick one. This is Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven. If you look back on the apostles, you know, Peter was crucified upside down. Apostle Paul got beheaded, you know, and Antipas got butchered. You know, they went through pain. You know, they went through horrible deaths, man.
Yeah, Stephen got stoned.
Getting back to Esau, this is one of you brothers can break it down. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 1. It says, hear my voice, O Yahawah, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right, that secret council of the wicked is talking about these elites. They got all their groups, you know, like the Bilderberg group, the Club of Rome, Club of 300, so on and so forth, man. You know, they are the workers of the, what does it say? The workers of iniquity, the insurrection, workers of the insurrection of iniquity.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what they are, man, because that's where all this wickedness comes from. That's the source. It's the mastermind behind it.
The crafty council.
It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
And that is their one of their swords. not just their guns, but their mouths, man, because they control the information that's going in and out of the world, man.
Mhm.
You know, in fact, I did some research in television. When television first came out, it lost a lot of money, but Esau kept backing it because he understood the not just the marketing capabilities, but
The power.
brainwashing capabilities of the television. You know, he could control what goes into your mind every day, or you and your family's mind every day when you watch the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot.
That's shooting in secret at the perfect, man. You know, that's what they do. They'll take a little clip of somebody, or usually a bootleg Israelite, and they'll make them look stupid. You know,
And that's how we be telling these. See, that's why we say, when we say don't follow these other guys, we don't just be saying it, man. Like, you just had what was that? Zabak and them niggas
Zabak?
that went
Oh.
to gun range?
You seen that shit?
Was that HOI, right? Zabak and
Yeah,
them.
it was Zabak. Zabak was talking about talk about he breaking down the market of the beast. Man, that shit was crazy.
But you got these niggas going to the fucking gun range, man. ISUPK did that shit years ago on Vice TV. And then you had, I think it was another dumb ISUPK nigga who took a picture on Facebook with a gun with a bunch of empty fucking liquor bottles on the floor behind him.
Yeah,
that's not the example, man.
it's crazy because Zabak was like, "Oh, what if you got the mark of the beast without knowing, and a surgeon took it out? Well, how the fuck if you got it without knowing, how the fuck you gonna know? How you gonna get it taken out if you don't know?
Right.
And then if you get it, like the Lord, like the Lord ain't gonna fucking know. Like first of all, like ain't nobody who if you part of the elect and you predestined to be part of the elect, you're not gonna get the mark of the beast.
Right. And it's gonna be his decision. That's why
it's not. It's who can what's that in Romans? What is the 6th or the 8th chapter? Who can do something to the Lord's elect?
Yeah, it says, who can lay anything to the charge of the Lord's elect?
Who? Not no man. A man can't. So nobody in the elect is gonna take it. Period. Because so they ain't part of the elect, or I don't know, but shit, the elect not gonna take it. You teaching that, and people like, yeah, Sabak, thank you for the breakdown.
Yeah,
Well,
if they get it, they're not of the elect. Period, like you said.
Zabak got blood on his hand because, like he said, he said, "My sheep shall hear my voice." So you gonna hear? Because I found out about the mark of the beast through watching Alex Jones, and then when I started listening to the Israelites, I was listening to all different types. But once I heard GMS talk about the mark of the beast, I gravitated towards that because I already knew about it.
Right.
So like that was the Lord lead me there. So the Lord's sheep gonna hear his voice and gonna follow. So y'all, if you don't want to hear that it's spiritual or all that bullshit,
you're just not of the elect.
I got a preset right quick too.
Oh, let me finish this, bro. Babu Shah. Yasharan, you can finish. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They consume.
They encourage themselves in an evil manner, man. Whenever there's a situation that goes up, or a political situation or political crisis, he's always got his reasoning behind what he wants to do. He's already got the solution already planned out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he just wants to brainwash you.
It says they commune of laying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?" They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But Yahawah shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, that they, so that they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Yeah, that's
All
all
that see them shall
the
flee away.
whistleblowers. You know, all them whistleblowers and all them guys like what's that guy's name? Julian Assange. And then what was it, that guy Edward Snowden or whatever his name was?
When I was over there stuck in Russia fucking forever.
Yeah, they got all these whistleblowers, man. You know, that are causing their tongue to fall upon themselves. A lot of these alternative media networks, they're run by Edomites, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, Gabar.
On themselves.
Then you got doctors and scientists and other Edomites that be trying to expose them, but they end up getting in trouble or come up missing, dead, families get killed, and all that shit be coming to light.
Yo, did anybody see that Zabak breakdown though?
No, I didn't catch it.
I watched a little
Yep.
bit. I heard it didn't go into verse 17.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, because he couldn't, because he said that it's in your mind to because he put it in your mind to worship the beast, and then the work of your hands. Like, okay, so how you gonna buy or sell then? How you gonna buy or sell if it's the work of your hands? How you gonna buy or sell with that?
Well, when you look into the word sell in Revelation 13 and the 17th verse, the word there is agrazo, which means go to the market. And now these Amazon stores. So how you gonna go to the market with a philosophy when they expecting you to have a chip? So and the thing is, right now it's cashless. They got Visa Tap and Pay, Google Pay. You know, that's where it's heading to. So it's obvious. You know, that's why it says the election have obtained it, but the rest was blinded. You know?
Yeah, but he like, oh, I ain't gonna take no chip though. I ain't gonna take the device and all this shit. The issue is, because
like the brother said, it's the blood that you have on your hands from not warning the people not to take it, man. You know?
Yeah, but I got a precept that was backing up what the brother Yeshai was saying about the elect and all of that, because it's everything is Lord's will at the end of the day, and the elect not gonna receive the chip because they already predestined to be the elect. This is Isaiah 45 verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sakes, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. So everything is Lord's will, and at the end of the day, in the elect, the Lord girds the elect. The Lord holds the elect. The Lord protects the elect. The Lord watches over the elect. And even before the men and this truth came into this truth, it's men out there that's of the elect that's not even in this truth yet. You know, that's gonna wake up in the latter end. They don't know. They don't even know who their true power is yet. You know, they still walking around thinking they just an African American. But you know, there's some elect men out there that's not even in the truth yet. But the Lord has already girded them, and the Lord is already directing their paths.
yeah, hey, in the video he was like, what the hell he say? He said, oh, so you saying if you take the chip you can't repent? Like, no, motherfucker. Like, what that? Like, if you take the, he said if you take the chip you can't repent. Shit was crazy.
There's no coming back. There's no coming back. Take that chip.
I got Revelations 14:9. It say, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of YAHAWAH, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and with brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
So ain't no coming back.
Yes, you take that chip, you go feel the wrath.
You done, man. First of all, in the law, in our law, it tells us that we're not supposed to make any cuttings in our flesh.
Yeah.
And when you Israelites, when you
Sorry. So like the man said, oh, I'm so sorry. He said, yo, and it ain't even about the mark of the beast. It's about keeping the laws of the Most High God. That's what he said. He said it ain't even about the mark of the beast. They keep trying to make the mark of the beast like it's not a big thing. Like, it's about following the laws of the Most High God. Dude,
Revelation 14:9 is kind of like a law, man. It is. It is a law,
yeah.
man. If you take that mark of the beast, you're going to be destroyed, and you're not going to get the kingdom.
Yeah, it's a law. Shit. It's a consequence. So it's a law.
It's one law that you have to follow.
I got
cutting in your flesh.
This Sirach 16:11. If there be one stiff neck among the people that get the mark of the beast, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him, and he is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works.
Judges the man according to his works.
I got a quick one to back you up.
Go ahead.
This is Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord YAHAWAH will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away while they stand in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And that's part of the wrath that's going to be poured out upon the wicked that take this chip. You know, because a lot of our people, they're going to be in the army, they're going to be up in there trying to fight against the Lord when he returns. And a lot of our people are going to take the chimp to try to escape the famine or the swords. Most are still going to destroy them in nuclear fire.
Mm-hmm.
I got some. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came into me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred against Salakia, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And that's basically what Esau did. He had this. He still has the perpetual hatred. The perpetual hatred is something that lasts forever. All right, and the ultimate stamp is to put a microchip in you, like we were saying.
And that perpetual hatred, it's been kind of dormant for a little while now, you know. But now it's being loosed out again, man. Esau's perpetual hatred. You know, you're starting to see Nazi groups appear in the United States. You know, white supremacist groups appearing, not just here, but in Europe. You know.
Yep.
He's getting ready. He knows them race wars are coming, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is Salakia. This is Psalms 83:4. Salakia, Psalms 83:1. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. All right, and that crafty counsel was something Gabar mentioned earlier. You know, Esau being crafty with all his devices. That's why the scriptures say, be not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Because Esau is like a snake in the grass. You got to watch out, or you won't see him. You know, it says they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance. And he actually did that. He did a good job too. You know, and he's still doing a good job on 2/3 of our people. But the scriptures say that the elect was going to wake up. Because it's been certain times that we've been on the streets and we tried to tell a nigga that he was an Israelite, and we almost got into a fight just for trying to tell a nigga that he's an Israelite. And that's because Esau, he did a good job, man, of blinding our people. You know, it says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. So all these other nations, they're absolutely in unit to try to keep our people blinded. It says the tabernacles of Edom, all right, number 1 on the list, and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, okay, the Arabs, the so-called Chinese, Gabal and Ammon, all right, and Amalek, okay. Amalek is what? The chief house of Esau, all right, the so-called Jews, the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre, all right. And at one point, the Philistines was our number 1 enemy during the time of King David. The Hamites, the Africans, all right. That was it on that. Just wanted to bring that out.
This is Job 18:5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out. All right, that light is talking about their understanding and their wisdom, man. You know, like the scriptures say, he's wiser than Daniel. Okay, all his witty inventions, all this technology and all that. You know, that's how he runs his world. It says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Okay, and that's happening right now, man. We're starting to see his tabernacle go dark, man. You know, his new world order is breaking up. He doesn't have, especially America. America doesn't have the influence that they had 20 or so years ago. 30 or so years ago.
Yeah, the world has awakened. The world has awakened to who the whore really is. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody is seeing that America is really wicked, man. But before, it was the best place to be. All right, and if you notice, the elites, they don't live here, man. They don't live over here. You know, because they know this place is a piece of shit. Go ahead, bro.
That's right. You brothers got anything?
Yeah, I got something.
All right.
This is Psalm 73, verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and the waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. And that's Esau starting with his elites, man. You know, here it is. The Most High gave you this kingdom. He gave you your so-called riches. You know, and you think that you're going to upset his prophecies. And that's why it says in Obadiah, O thou most proud. You're the most proud nation on the planet, man. It says, verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. It says, for all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I their end. All right, and that's what we're beginning to see. We're beginning to understand the end of Esau's society, man. And I believe one of the brothers read it. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Mm-hmm. So the so-called end of the world is really the kingdom of the Israelites. So we should be excited. We should be happy. You know, go ahead though.
This is Job chapter 22, verse 13. And thou sayest, how doth Yahawah know? Can he judge through the dark cloud? Thick clouds are a covering to him that he seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven. Because you know, Esau and a lot of people think doing their wickedness behind closed doors or in the dark, the Lord can't see it, or the Lord not gonna know. But the Lord sees and knows everything.
God, that's beautiful.
And it says, thick clouds are a covering to him that seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven. And there's also other scripts saying that the Lord dwells in thick darkness.
That's beautiful because all his wickedness, this damn devil did. He doesn't think that he has to pay for it. You know, he doesn't think the Most High sees him. He thinks the Most High is with him. You know, but that's why he's going into everlasting slavery for 1,000 years and he's going to be exterminated, man. You know, that's why the scripture says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." You know,
I got that, Baba Kashaf, if I could bring it out.
done.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right. So right now they're trying to take out slavery out the history books. You know, they're trying to wipe slavery, which is a evil stain upon America's history, dark past. They're trying to brush it under the rug. You know,
The Native Americans too, they're gonna try to brush that under the rug too.
kind of beautiful because I remember a few years back, I believe it was Russia Today. They did a video about how they slaughtered the Native Americans. You know, took their land, took their gold. After Native Americans taught them how to hunt, fish, farm the land. Because when they first came here, they were committing cannibalism. You know.
It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And Esau's blessing is the sword. So the Most High really, he tricked Esau. You know, he gave him the blessing. You know how these cops like to plant guns on Jacob.
Yep.
His blessing will be his curse.
Yeah, his blessing is his curse. The Most High basically planted the gun on him, planted the jewels on, which is his blessing. So now when he come back, he's gonna be found guilty in the Most High courtroom. You know, so he's just set up all the way around, but he doesn't think that nobody sees his wickedness. You know.
It says here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And the saints are the Israelites. You know, this book, this hope, no other nation has it. And why do you need it? You're not the ones in the ghetto. You're not the ones being oppressed. You're not the ones that got to go to a damn check cashing place, same spot as a liquor store. Across the street is a clothing store. It's 3 corner stores. They all owned by heathens. You know, nobody's suffering the curses, but everybody wants the kingdom. You know,
right?
This is Salat. This is Job chapter 20, verse 3. I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding causeth me to answer. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of a hypocrite but for a moment? So when it says in Revelation that he would be loose for a little season, all right, he's still in his little season, so to speak, man. You know, starting with the Renaissance all the way up until now. All right, but guess what? To us it's been a long time. But the time that we're working on and the time that the Most High is working on is different. So to the Most High, it's a little season.
Right, only been a couple days. To us, it's been hundreds of years.
Right. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? And that proves that the spirit of Esau, the Edomites, that proves that they're going to be exterminated off the face of the earth. That whole spirit is going to be put out of the earth, man. All right? It says he shall fly. What was that? Oh, all right. It says he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. All right? So he's going to be exterminated. It tells you in Obadiah that there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. So what does that mean, man? All right? It says his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. So everything that they took from us, like the brother was saying, the Gabar was mentioning the Native Americans and the gold, and everything they took from Jake. You know, hey, they took the goods out of our temple, right? You know, the gold and the silver and all of that, back in the ancient world. You know, and most importantly, they took our identity, man. We're gonna get that back too. You know, we talk about the physical riches, but what about our identity? Because here it is, the whole world, we're going under a name that we're not even supposed to be going by. We're supposed to be walking when we fill out a job application, it's supposed to have Hebrew Israelites on that bitch. But it doesn't say that. It says Black African American, man, or Hawaiian,
Hispanic.
Native. That's not our nationality, man. We're Israelites.
Okay, but we taking our nationality back right now.
Right, that's right. Through the Spirit, you know.
That's getting him stirred up, man. That's really getting Esau stirred up, man. Because he knows that once our people start coming back together, that's it for him.
Yep. Hey, when Judah and Ephraim come back together, all the tribes, once Judah and Ephraim click up, the rest of it is like flowing water. You know? It says, his bones are full of sin from his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it within his mouth. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. He have swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. So all the riches that he swallowed down and got by deceit, the scriptures say he's gonna vomit them up. Hey, remember in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, when the dude that was made out of the liquid metal, remember when he fell in the lava and all the spirits start coming out of him and shit?
Oh yeah,
That's how Esau gonna be vomiting up them riches, man. You know, all them riches gonna come out of his ass, man. It's gonna be beautiful. You know, but he's gonna restore what he stole, man. That was it on that.
I mean, we could jump down to verse 22 of Job chapter 20. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
All right.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Because you know, and when it say every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, his wicked buddies is all gonna turn their backs on him. Because once the missiles get to flying, everybody pointing them on this bitch. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahawah shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So while he eating, while he getting full, while he eating, that's when the Lord gonna come through and start beat bop boop.
Yeah, that's speaking about his new world order, because well, really he's gonna lead it off with the chip, but he really wants a one world government, so to speak. You know, one world currency, one world government, you know, with him on the top.
Yeah, one government, one language, one religion.
Yeah, and the rest of the nations being under him. You know, that's what he really wants. Job 21:30, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. All right, so the scriptures say that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. So Esau has a set time where he's gonna be taken out of power, man.
Khan tells you in Job 14 that he, as a matter of fact, I'll just grab it real quick. This is Job 14 and verse 4. It says, seeing his days are determined, his months are with thee, thou hast appointed him his bounds that he cannot pass. So Most High is only going to allow this damn devil to go so forward with his wickedness. You know, he has a ceiling before Yahawashi returns and destroys all his armies and with his elect and put everybody in slavery and take the kingdom. You know, that's why the scripture says the saints shall take the kingdom and possess it forever and ever.
Yeah, this is Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. It says, because the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her wickedness, through her witchcrafts. And the precept to that is Isaiah 47. All right. And we know that's talking about Babylon in Isaiah 47. All right. And in the fourth verse, it says the well-favored harlot, man. All right. It says, behold, I am against thee, the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. All right. So these nations are definitely going to come up against Esau, man. All right. His time is come.
Yeah, because this man, he's never satisfied. You know, he's never satisfied. He got the Most High gave him the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven from above, but he's not satisfied. He wants to put a chip in everybody and makes them a perpetual slave. You know.
Hey, that's what Aaron Russo said. He said when he was talking to Rockefeller, he said, "Why do you want to chip the people?" He said, "You got everything. You got all the money. You got, you know, you got X, Y, and Z." He said, "Why do you want to put microchips in people?" And Rockefeller's response was, "We want total control." All right. So if you acting up, or you want to be a menace to society, so to speak, they'll just fucking turn your chip off, man, and then you done. You can't buy nothing. All right. You can't go to the doctor, because in order to go to the doctor, you're gonna have to have an active microchip.
Can't even open your door.
Right. If your microchip is not active, quote unquote active, then you can't do shit. And that's Esau having total control over you, man. If you thirsty, you ain't gonna be able to buy no motherfucking water. Why? Because your chip ain't active, man. So that's really having total control over you, man. You know? And that's what he wants, man. That's exactly what he wants. He wants to have total control over you, to where he's the God on the earth. But like we read in Job, when he is about to fill his belly, sudden destruction shall fall upon him. So Lord willing, you know, he is going to declare the chip. You know, he's going to make it to where he has to declare it, because prophecy has to come to pass. You know, but if it was up to Esau, man, we'll have it'll be like a scene from iRobot around this bitch. You know?
And that's just to back you up, that's what that show Black Mirror is all about. I don't know if you brothers ever watch it.
But yes.
Tells you how Esau wants things, man. He wants everything to be cooked. He wants you to be dependent on technology to turn you into a damn robot. He don't want you to have no connection with a higher power. You know.
Everything based on the system.
Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Okay, because these devils, man, you know, it's going to be pretty amazing to see him fall from the peak of his empire, because he has such a stronghold on the earth, man. I mean, he's going to get all these people to take that chip. He's got all these people into the society so much, he's going to easily be able to convince them to take this chip, man. That's great power that he has. But it's fallen, man.
Great influence, yep.
That's right. It's going to be fallen, man. You know?
Hey, man,
Thou hast said in mine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of YAHAWAH, because everything he does goes against the scriptures. Okay? And against the Most High's people. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Okay? Because that's what you devils are going to be doing, man. You're living in the most fanciest mansions in the world right now. You know, you elites. You got
exalted themselves.
Yeah, you act like your word is the Most High. Well, you're going to be the ones in the pit, man. You know, You got Jake in the pit.
Yeah, if I can add, like in this society, we have to live by his laws. If you run a red light, you get a ticket. If you run a stop sign, you get a ticket. If you talk about a faggot, it's a hate crime and you can go to jail for that. So we have to live by his laws. So what you think was gonna happen in our society? He's gonna live by our laws. First of all, by you being an Edomite, you're gonna get your ass kicked every day. Just because you're an Edomite.
And Esau break his own laws.
Right.
I just heard about it and seen this today. There's a 10-year-old drag queen, a little boy, 10-year-old drag queen in the picture with an adult drag queen, but the adult drag queen is naked. So you have a little 10-year-old boy drag queen in the picture with an adult male drag queen. Is that not pedophilia? Is that not child pornography?
Right. That's a fucking abomination, man. And like you said, now if that's what that is. Child pornography and pedophilia.
That's a child in the picture with a naked adult. But they just they're drag queens. It's okay.
Hey, after that Aaron R. Kelly shit came out, they put him back under investigation. So why they not putting them drag queens under investigation, man? Because Esau wants to promote that shit. That's why, man.
God,
gotta go.
Pedophilia is part of that new world order. Women,
right?
Men, homosexuality. You know.
Hey, and I heard they wanted to make it part of the LGBT.
Yeah.
Q, and they want to add the P because pedophiles said they want rights. And Esau's considering it, man. It's like it's pending. You know, it's pending, man.
And it's go be certain states go allow it before others because this house is divided against itself. So California might allow it before New York allow it.
And that's why we're sighing and crying, man. Because a lot of brothers in the truth got kids, man. I'll say the majority of brothers in the truth probably have kids. So we don't want our kids growing up seeing this shit. Because Esau is basically trying to force it on people, man. Every time you watch you might want to kick back with your woman and watch Netflix, watch a series of a show, and then it's fucking faggots in the shit, man.
I mean, they got that stuff in the Disney Channel kids shows now, man. It's fucking disgusting.
Cartoon Network,
cartoons, all kinds of shit. There's faggots everywhere, man.
The children mind's not fully developed yet, so they just soaking all that shit in.
Yeah, and children are vulnerable, so they some kids may watch it and think that it's okay, but it's really not. And that's why you have to have parents, righteous parents, because you got some parents being raised by two women and they call both of them mommy, man. That shit is common among Edomites. I have two mommies. That's not how the Most High set it up. We got to get the fuck out of here, man. We got to be delivered from the children of the wicked, man.
Hey, that's another reason why they're going to be exterminated, man. That's another reason why the Lord hates Esau. He said he has righteous indignation against Esau forever, man. Say he has war from generation to generation with Amalek. The Most High hates the whole house of Esau, man.
I got some, Bible, since you said Amalek. This is Numbers 24 and 20. All right, and this proves extermination. It says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Forever.
Right? Forever. And Amalek is a part of the Amalekites are Edomites. Okay, let me read that again. And when he looked on Numbers 24 and 20, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And you can link that up with Job, the 20th chapter, what we just read. You can link that up with Obadiah. All right, and many other scriptures, man. This is Malachi 4 and 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
And these
But I
devils,
say, oh, go ahead, Salah.
pocket to cut you off, and these devils know it's coming. That's why you have movies like The Divide, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, where they have scenes of the apocalypse. This is the end. War of the Worlds, Independence.
The movie Watchmen.
Because they know that the destruction is coming, and all of these devils, like it says in Psalms, they accomplish a diligent search. They study the scriptures, and that's how they get the ideas for these movies. And they put it in front of people to see, and they think, oh, it's just a movie. No, it's really the destruction that's coming from on high. You know.
And hey, every time you turn around, if it is an end of the world movie, it's always got something to do with missiles or UFOs. Always UFOs or missiles, one of the two.
And they won't admit it, but they're watching us, man. They might say, I don't listen to those guys, but they're watching the prophets. All right. It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall grow forth and grow up as calves of the stall. But ye shall tread down, Salakia, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. In the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. So they're going to be ashes under the soles of our feet, man. All right. They're going to bow down to the elect men. All right. And we're going to be kings and reign upon the earth. As a matter of fact, if nobody don't got nothing, I'm going to bring this out.
God. Just to add, because you got that damn devil, Daniel Mayo, all right, asking for his birthright back. You know, the truth.
The fat Edomite.
Yeah. Daniel Mayo asking for his birthright.
Oh,
back.
yeah.
You can never get it back, man. Most High set it up in the spirit to where the birthright always belongs to Jacob. You know, you got your blessing. This is America. You know, like
right now,
song,
you got some sorry ass Edomites.
God,
like want to apologize and shit.
That's why news units coming against us, man. You know, they want that birthright back. They don't want the world to know that we're the children of Israel. That guy looks so stupid, man. He's sitting there during his live show yesterday. He's reading scriptures and he's not even breaking them down. He's just reading them. He said, "See, well, you didn't break it down."
Yeah, see what?
Then he was saying that brothers weren't leaving no scriptures. You guys at GMS, you're not giving me no scriptures. But when you scroll up and down the comment board, that's all the brothers were doing was posting precepts, man. You can only get away with lying so much, man.
Right.
Fucking.
This man's finished, man. His government shut down and got people bugging out. They're going crazy. You know, CSA workers, they're quitting. You know, these black people about to catch hell, man. All of these people on Section 8 food stamps.
Well, I got a clip here. If you brothers want me to play it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me figure this thing out. Screen share.
Boot it up.
Okay.
Hey, you know, you get Jake attention when you start fucking with food stamps and the housing. You get their attention quick.
Okay.
Niggas out.
Can you brothers see this?
Yeah.
Gone.
Tremendous idea. So what we do is propose that for folks who are on food stamps, part, not all, part of their benefits come in the actual sort of, and I don't want to steal somebody's copyright, but a blue apron type program where you actually receive the food instead of receive the cash. It lowers the cost to us because we can buy prices at wholesale whereas they have to buy it at retail. It also makes sure that they're getting nutritious food. So we're pretty excited about that. That's a tremendous cost savings.
Donald Trump's latest genius idea, cutting out half of the cash benefits that most recipients of SNAP benefits, once commonly known as food stamps, receive, and replacing the funds with a box of canned vegetables, cereal, and other non-perishable foods, called America's Harvest Box, despite the fact that it would have zero freshly harvested food. The administration claims the box will somehow improve beneficiaries' nutrition and at the same time slash costs to the tune of $12 billion a year. Joining me now is Tom Colicchio, food policy activist, chef, and owner of Crafted Hospitality. And on the phone with us is Bishop William Barber, president of Repairers of the Breach. And Tom, I'll come to you first. Their idea is to essentially slash the benefits to SNAP in half. Essentially, in 2019, it would be a $17.2 billion program. In 2019, they would slash $213.5 billion. They would add work requirements. They would limit eligibility. They would end the nutrition education program. And then they would add costs by having to deliver this box of unperishable food. Right. In your view, is this a good idea?
No, this is just an assault on the poor. You know, this Trump administration, they have this obsession with all things Russia. This is like 1960 Soviet era, policy. The idea that these small government Republicans are going to actually replace a public-private partnership, free market enterprise with a bureaucracy that is somehow going to package 16 million meals or 16 million boxes per month and save money just doesn't make sense.
And then the idea that poor people will lose the right to choose what they eat, that essentially a big government bureaucrat, that's really big government, will choose the food you eat, and you don't have a choice. You get this box.
Right. Look what they did with Michelle Obama when she suggests that maybe we should eat more nutritious food for school lunch.
Exactly.
So, no, this just smacks with hypocrisy.
It's amazing, Bishop Barber, because the part of this seems to be rooted in the perception that people who are struggling are mostly non-white. And that they are leeching off the system, sitting around driving a Cadillac, eating popcorn steak is what fills up my mentions whenever we talk about the poor. But the fact is, the Washington Post just put out a statistic from the census.
Hey, pause that real quick, bro.
Of the people who would be impacted.
Now, see, what Esau doesn't tell you is there's a lot of I believe when you look up the statistics, there's more Edomites on food stamps, man. But they try to make it seem like it's only Jake. There's gonna be a lot of Edomites that suffer from this government shutdown too.
Yeah.
They may only show you Jake's on the news, but Esau's gonna feel it.
And they don't really show this much either. There's been rings of Edomites for fraud and messing with the government benefits and selling food stamps and stuff. They got organizations and rings and Edomites being filed, fucking with the system too, but they don't talk about that much.
Yep, because she just said that it's the majority, the majority of the poor people aren't whites. I mean, you do have Jake is fucked up, but there's a lot of two-time loser Edomites too, man. Esau is fucked up, man. He ain't doing too well himself.
Yeah, Esau's done, man. Esau's on Medicaid. Esau got food stamps, unemployment. They're done, and they're dependent on the government. And now that it's shut down, you got COs and wards that work at the prisons. The prisoners are inside the prison eating better than them. They're not getting paid, so now they resort to doing Uber and Lyft, like an average Joe,
Yeah, and for the record, giving poor people non-perishable foods is not an attack on the poor, because in the near future, non-perishable foods is what we'll be looking for and what we'll really appreciate gladly. Canned fruits, canned vegetables, know what I'm saying? Canned meats, all shit like that, because it's gonna be a time. The time of Jacob's trouble is near. A can of peaches is gonna be the shit in the near future.
Yeah, hey, when you watch that movie The Road, I always bring it up. There was a scene where him and his son found like this underground bunker, and it was full of canned goods. This is Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." So the Most High is putting the spirit on Donald J. Trump to do the things that he's doing. The Most High is basically hardening his heart, man. All right, and putting the spirit on him to be like that, just like he did Pharaoh, man. Because this Edomite is a hard-nosed Edomite. He's stubborn, man, and the Most High is making him that way. But prophecy has to be fulfilled, man. So the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
And yeah, because Donald Trump going ape shit, and a lot of people saying they don't understand how much Donald Trump is doing. They wouldn't have allowed Obama to do the shit that he doing, or any other presidents. Donald Trump making big moves.
Yeah,
The other president, they would have been on his ass like wet on water.
he's doing what the Most High wants him to do, man. You know.
This,
Right.
this is 2nd Esdras chapter 8 verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them, and that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And you have a lot of our people, they're very prideful here. They have got comfortable here in America, mainly a lot of these women. They're very comfortable in Section 8 and food stamps and all of these benefits, but now the Most High is harder than the new Pharaoh's heart, Trump, to take all of that away. But now people are going to start becoming homeless because they don't have any Section 8 anymore. They ain't gonna be able to feed their children because they don't have food stamps anymore.
They ain't gonna be so quick to kick their baby fathers out now. They ain't gonna be so
Right.
They ain't gonna be so quick to be screaming they independent this, independent that. Now they gonna want a man in the house.
And they was only doing that because of the system was taking care of them. That's
There's
the
also
only
an
reason.
article out today that since there's going to be no food stamps for the month of February, they're going to start giving out their food stamps early. They're telling people to budget all the way to March, man.
They're gonna give them out around the end of this month, or a couple days. I believe they said it was January 20th or something like that. Not really sure. That's what I heard though.
But people are people ain't gonna budget, man.
Hell
They ain't gonna
no.
budget, man.
That shit gonna be going in 2 weeks.
I was watching the apostles and elders earlier, the elders up there in Connecticut, and I believe Elder Apostle Ramlab was also live with him, and Elder CHASAAD, he was making a good point. He was like, Esau may give these people their food stamps early, later in the month, and he said some Israelites, what they're gonna do is they're gonna stock their houses up, but the more you got in your house, the more you gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
So really, you just gonna eat that shit up. If you know you got a whole bunch of food in your house, you gonna be grubbing. So the smart thing to do would be to budget that shit little by little. Because when Jake freezer is full, Jake eats. So really, really, we just gonna have faith in the Lord, man. That's what we have to do. We can't put our faith in this system, because according to the scripture, the system is gonna be destroyed.
Word. And
So
according to in front of our fucking faces, the system ain't gonna help us.
It's being destroyed right in front of us, man. And guess what? Donald J. Trump, according to Proverbs 21, like I said, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. And he still got 2 more years, man. Lord willing, we're not here. But hey, man, he could make this shit a living hell, man. And that's gonna be prophecy being fulfilled. I don't know if you just had something.
You got was it TSA people? They're going to work without pay now. A lot of them are just quitting their jobs, man.
Hey, that's the spirit, because my girl was just showing me this video where this TSA worker was on Instagram and he was cussing out Donald Trump. He was like, "Give us our fucking paychecks, man." He was like, "I can't feed my kids," and he opened up his refrigerator and he was like, "You see what's in my refrigerator? A can of Dr. Pepper and a water." He said, "Give us our fucking paychecks, man." I'm laughing, but hey, man, he was dead ass serious. And then you got in Los Angeles that went on strike. So it's slowly but surely is going down.
Hey, a woman of mine, a coworker of hers, retired either earlier this month or last month, and the bitch is already back to work because of the government shutdown, because she couldn't get her retirement money. She couldn't get paid because the government shut down. So now people retirement funds and all of that shit is on hold. You're not getting it. You're not touching it. So now she back at work.
Yep. That's the spirit of Egypt, having no work.
Matter of fact, let me get that. Because this shutdown is going to affect everyone. Because a lot of people depend on people that get food stamps to buy from them, because the food is so damn high. So it's going to affect a lot of households, you know.
System within itself, you know.
This is
Like if you it's going to affect a lot of stores, you know, that depend on that food stamp money. It's going to affect everybody in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you go to they see, you know, if you go to the corner store, it's fucking empty.
There's going to be an increase in crime.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Jake gonna tear shit up.
Jake already tearing shit up. Shit, Matt, Jake hungry and struggling. They go do what they got to do, and that's for any human being. Any human being go do what they got to do.
This is Isaiah 19 verse 14. The Lord YAHAWAH Shah have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail or branch or rush may do. There's gonna come a time where ain't gonna be no work out here, man. Because everybody now is doing the app-based jobs, but pretty soon ain't gonna be no money in that either. You know, all the stores are closing down. The death of Sears. There's been a retail apocalypse for a couple of years now because everything is online now.
Yeah, online shopping is killing these people, man. And that's the spirit. That's the same scripture I brought out in the video I did earlier on the government shutdown. You know, I did a quick video on it, and it speaks about, like you read, Egypt shall err in every work. And also when you go to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, it speaks about the grinder ceased, the grinding is low. There's a crying for wine in the streets. And that's what was happening. The clip that I played in the video I did, you got these people protesting saying they need to end the shutdown. You know? That's the crying in the streets, man. You know, pretty soon if this continues, there's gonna be so-called protests all across Babylon, man. And Trump is gonna have no choice but to declare martial law. He already said he wanted to do it, but if it gets too hot in the streets, he's gonna have to do it.
Yep, and if you want to get technical with these jobs, it's already hard to get a full-time job nowadays. It's not enough. It's not enough work. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not enough work in the country for everybody to have a job, especially a full-time job where you're getting 40 hours a week. Hell, look, the minimum wage up. Now you got people in fucking McDonald's and Burger King starting off at about $13 an hour.
Yeah.
The nursing homes and CNAs making just around the same amount. So sooner or later, a job is just gonna be a job. Ain't gonna be no big difference with the pay. Unless you've been there for a long time. And even then, the people already caught up to you because all them years of work you didn't put in, they didn't up the minimum wage. Now they starting off where you at.
Because people in America, they already live paycheck to paycheck. And they feel like they're not working for nothing. So, and plus, this is going to bring inflation. The price of bread and gas is going to go up. You know, if your brother saw that video, how it would go down, it's happening. You know,
electricity bill double, heat bill double, rent double.
Yeah, man.
People gonna catch pestilences. They're not gonna be able to make the hospital because they ain't gonna have the insurance. All right, the lines are gonna be very long at the hospital, but nobody gonna be seen without insurance. You know, this damn Esau is greedy, man. He's all about greed, money, more, and he's all out for himself. You know.
And then eventually the hospital's gonna be shut down altogether. No more emergency services, none of that. Everybody just go be for their own.
Yeah, so the point is we gotta prepare our minds, man, and have faith. That's ultimate. You gotta prepare your minds for the worst case scenario and have faith in the Lord, because the things that we're prophesying about is the things that's gonna happen according to the scriptures, man. If brothers got any closing precepts, go ahead, bring them out. We living in some beautiful times, man. So we gotta continue to bring the word out.
Since you said that, this is Matthew 13. verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them.
Yeah, because I mean, even though the prophets are back today, you know, the things that the breakdowns that we're able to break down, and the things that we're seeing is, you know, proves that we're living in some beautiful times, man. But we got to continue to endure, continue to gird up our loins, and continue to trust in the Lord and lean not to our own understanding. You know, because this man's society is getting ready to fall, man. And, you know, all we want to do is be delivered in the chariots at the end of the day. You know?
God.
So with that, we're gonna close up. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And as always, SHALAWAAM to you brothers out there on the highways and the byways, doing this work for truth and sincerity. All right, Lord willing, you brothers was edified. And for the next lesson, we say SHALAWAAM.
Shalom.